Okay, so let's talk about lipids. Lipids are also a family of molecules composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, but unlike carbohydrates, they are insoluble in water. And why are they insoluble in water? Because they are nonpolar compounds. And where do we find lipids? We find them in butter, oil, meats, dairy products, nuts, and seeds, and many processed foods. And there are three main types of lipids: triglycerides, phospholipids, and sterols. So, what are the three main types of lipids? Let me just write it down for you. Triglycerides, then we have phospholipids, and then we have sterols. Have you heard of the term cholesterol? That's basically a sterol. And now, why do we need lipids? Because we have heard that lipids are really fattening for us. That lipids are not really a good source of, like you should not consume a lot of lipids. Well, you need to consume lipids in an appropriate amount because lipids provide or store energy. And unlike carbohydrates, they can give us more energy, like 9 kilocalories per gram of lipids. And here's a comparison if you want to see it. 9 kilocalories per gram of lipids, and if you look at carbohydrates, you get only 4 kilocalories per gram of carbohydrates. In addition to energy storage, lipids will also serve as a component of cell membrane or other cellular membranes because they are made up of phospholipids, and yeah, they protect our cells, and there are also membranes around our organs in the fat storing tissues. There is another function of lipids. They basically provide insulation to aid in temperature regulation, and they also regulate many other functions in the body because there are many hormones in our body that are made up of lipids. So that's it for now about lipids. Let's move on to what are proteins. I'm going to erase these things here for now. Okay, so now we have cleared this up, and now we can learn about proteins. Proteins are basically macromolecules, and they are made up of amino acids. I will help you look at an image of amino acid. Let me just just draw an image real quick. Okay, so here is the basic structure of an amino acid. As you can see, the pink colored thing that seeing here is the NH2 group, which is also known as the amino group. And then this yellow group that we are saying COOH is the acid group or the carboxylic group. So that's how we do amino, and then there's acid, so it becomes amino acid. And you can see that this carbon has four different things attached to it. There is a radical, there is a hydrogen, there is a acid group, and then there's an amino group. So it becomes a chiral molecule, which means that it is asymmetric. Now I'm going to erase these things again, and we're going to learn a bit more about protein. So now you know that what amino acids are, and what proteins are made up of. Now, how do we obtain protein? So we obtain protein from meat, dairy products, seafood, and a variety of different plant-based foods, notably soya. You know, the soy milk is the only milk that's vegan, but it can coagulate, like how the dairy products coagulate, right? Proteins comes from a Greek word which means of primary importance, which means that they are the workhorses of life. Proteins provide 4 kilocalories of energy per gram, but protein's work is not to provide energy. Its work is to be of a structural importance rather than to give energy. So proteins provide structure to bones, muscles, and skin, and is conducting most of the chemical reactions that takes place in the body. So you know most of the enzymes that are in our body that they are proteinaceous in nature, and a lot of hormones are proteinaceous in nature. DNA has proteins in our body, and sorry, no, DNA does not have proteins in the body. DNA is a nucleic acid, and DNA basically codes for proteins in our body. So there are 20 amino acids that are bound together to make thousands of specific proteins. Okay, I'm sorry for the birds in the background. These are my birds, and they're angry for some reason. I don't know why they're angry at me. Okay, and now we have the last one, the last macromolecule, that is water. I'm going to erase everything here, and I'm going to tell you about water. Okay, everything is erased, and let's move on to water. Water is a nutrient that we must consume in large quantities, but water does not contain carbon, and water has two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Let me just draw it real quick for you. There is this oxygen atom in the middle, and there are two hydrogen atoms hanging out from here. It has a bent structure. I don't know if I taught you in the chemistry playlist, but this is how water looks like. So, more than 60% of our total body weight is water, and without it, nothing can be transported in and out of our body. Because when you urinate, it has a lot of water in it. If you do not have enough water in your urine, the urea or the minerals in our urine would crystallize and make kidney stones. So we need to what I say it means that I we need to consume enough water in our diet. Other than that, how do we why do we need water? We need water because chemical reactions would not occur without water. I think it's important to place it down here in the functions of water. Organs would not be cushioned because there is a cushioning around organs. There is a lubrication around organs. If you look at the synovial joints basically means that these joints are in your elbows and your knees. Fluid filled joints basically. So these are what do you think the fluid is? The fluid is just water. Water is providing cushioning. And do you know that there is a fluid in which our brain is bathing in, which is cerebrospinal fluid, CSF. It is also made up of water. Now, why do we need water? Again, there is another function that I forgot mentioning. We also need water to maintain our body temperature, because water would absorb a lot of heat and would help not raise the body temperature of a body. That's why we are water based. Well, not water based, but we have 60% of our total body weight of water, so we're kind of water based. And an adult consumes like 2 liters of water per day from food and drink combined. That is why water is so essential for us.